school with him. He was a grade above me. I've known him for a lot of years, known the family for a lot of years, and it also was my privilege for 10 of the 20 years that he was with Publix Supermarkets to be a store manager. So I've had the opportunity to have a lot of fun times with Jamie. Again, Jamie was a great guy. Now before we get started, loosen up your ties and relax a little bit. If you got a tie on, loosen it up. If you feel like taking it off, take it off. Okay? But Jamie didn't like no stuffiness. That wasn't Jamie. Jamie was relaxed. Okay, Jamie was fun. So loosen up a little bit and relax while you're out there. This is to be in the memory of Jamie, and Jamie would want it this way. It's okay to cry today. However, don't cry no tears of sadness. They need to be tears of joy. Because again, that's the way Jamie would want it. Okay, Jamie, there wasn't any sorrow for Jamie. Life was not a sad one. Life was a great day for Jamie. Life was exciting for Jamie. One thing that needs to be understood here today is that we can't cheat death. It is inevitable. Everyone will face that day sometime in their life. Because of that, you need to take Jamie's approach. Live life to its fullest and live every day as if it were your last day. And Jamie did that. Jamie lived every day as if it was last. He lived life to the fullest. Jamie had fun in everything he did. If you worked with him, if you were around him, if you were a family member, if you were a friend, I don't know that you can think of a time that you didn't have fun when you were with Jamie. He enjoyed life and he enjoyed those around him. If you were a friend of Jamie's, you were a friend for life. Jamie loved his family. His mom, Marilyn, his father, Doyce, his sister, Tracy, and two brothers, Jason and Adam. He was very quiet of his siblings' accomplishments. And he talked of this from time to time. When Jamie spoke of his family, it was always positive and it was always with excitement. And he spoke of his family quite often. He was always talking about different things that went on in life and different trips that went on and different circumstances. But Jamie did love his family greatly. Family, friends, and friends of the family, if you don't mind, I would like to characterize Jamie with 4 words. Number 1, Jamie was honest. There was many opportunities as Jamie's manager to test his integrity, and each time he was always truthful. And I'll tell you a little story about that. Jamie called me up one time. He said, "Rick, I'm going to be late for work." And this was earlier in his career. I said, "Jamie, why are you going to be late for work?" And if you know Jamie, Jamie worked hard, Jamie played hard, Jamie had a good time all the time. I said, "Jamie, why are you going to be late for work?" He said, "Rick, I'm stuck out here on this island." I said, "Jamie, what do you mean you're stuck out on an island?" He said, "Well, I'm out on my boat. Boat broke down. I'm not going to be in on time." He said, "I just wanted to let you know." I said, "Okay, Jamie, I appreciate that." And there were other times throughout Jamie's career that he had incidents that he couldn't be to work on time, but never once did he lie about any of it. He was straight up the truth all the time. And that's just how Jamie was. Jamie, to me, if I needed to know the pulse of the store and know things that were going on in there, Jamie had his hand on just about everything. Everybody liked him. Everybody talked to Jamie. Jamie was just somebody that you had fun to be around. You didn't mind talking to. So anytime there was something that I possibly needed to know that was going on, go to Jamie. Because Jamie wouldn't get involved in people's business and all that, and he wouldn't a gossiper and all that. But if you needed to know something, Jamie knew it. And Jamie would never lie about anything. Number 2, Jamie was simple. Just plain and simple. He wasn't interested in keeping up with the Joneses. Jamie was Jamie. I can tell you another little story. I asked Jamie on many occasions, "Jamie, you've been around quite a few years. You know this business. Your family's been in this business. You worked with Winn-Dixie before you came over to Publix. Are you interested in being a manager? Why aren't you interested in being a manager? You do this and you do it well. Why don't you want to move to that next level?" And pretty much what Jamie said is, you have to be more to make more. And in order to have more, you have to make more. And that's just too much stress, Rick. He goes, "I'm happy right the way I am. Because I don't need all that. What I got is fine." And Jamie, again, Jamie, he was just happy with what he had. Jamie, again, was pretty simple in that respect. Jamie didn't have to have the best of everything, but everything that he had, he was very proud of, and it usually came with a story. The latest, if you know, Jamie had an old Ford pickup truck that he restored, and he brought that truck to work one day, and it was a mess, and when he got all done with it, he was real excited about that truck, and he'd come show us that pickup truck, and Jamie had a lot of toys, but Jamie wasn't worried about what the next guy had or whatever. What he had, he was excited about, and he'd tell you a story about every single one of them. We've heard all the stories of Jamie on the motorcycle. We've heard the stories of Jamie on four-wheelers and three-wheelers. We've heard stories of Jamie dune buggy, Cadillac. I can go on and on. If y'all know Jamie, you know all the different things that Jamie had going on. I can tell you one thing, again, I had a lawnmower back in about 1996, okay? And this lawnmower was no longer useful to me. I was done with it. It was a ride lawnmower. And Jamie heard about it. He goes, Rick, why don't you bring that lawnmower over to my house? I said, Jamie, I'm taking that thing to the dump. It's not going to do what you want. Bring it on over to the house. I'll fix it. I said, okay, Jamie. So I took that lawnmower over there, which I thought was nothing. Jamie did a little bit of this, a little bit of that, put a rubber band on there and did a few things, and that lawnmower lasted him another 10 years. But to Jamie, it was the best thing on earth. Jamie didn't need a whole lot to be happy. He was just a happy person. My third thing about Jamie, he was jovial. It was always fun to be around Jamie. No matter who you were and what your status, Jamie had time for you. And that's the honest to goodness truth. If you were around Jamie, it didn't matter if you were homeless. It didn't matter if you were a millionaire. It just didn't matter. Jamie had time for you. And if you wanted to talk to Jamie about anything, he'd sit there and listen to you all day long. Jamie, never that I know of, ever came to work with having a bad day. And if he had it, he never showed it. It was just fun to be around. Being around Jamie was always a great time. Because of Jamie's infectious smile and outgoing personality, I asked him to be Santa Claus one year. Jamie, without hesitation, said, Rick, I'll be Santa Claus. I said, appreciate it, Jamie. I appreciate you being Santa Claus. He said, only if I can ride my motorcycle in the store. I said, Jamie, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's something that we're going to be able to let you do, ride a motorcycle in the store. He says, come on, Rick, just one time. Just from the back of the store, come up to the front. I'll park up in front, have it next to the chair. I'll sit in the chair and be Santa Claus. I can have my bike there. Nobody will ever know nothing. He said, you can ride up there with me if you want. So we did. I rode with him through the store, slowly. He walked it most of the way, and I was on the back. And I got pictures of that, and it was just an exciting time. And from that year on, Jamie was Santa Claus. Because, again, Jamie loved people. And whatever you asked him to do, if he could do it, he'd do it for you. My last thing, number 4, Jamie was genuine. Jamie was a truly genuine person. There was nothing fake about Jamie. He was transparent. What you saw on the outside is what he was feeling on the inside. There was nothing fake. What you see is what you get. That's Jamie. He didn't have to pretend to be anyone's friend. You didn't have to do anything special to be his friend. Just be yourself, and Jamie would do the rest. Jamie treated everyone with respect. Everyone that he came around, he treated with respect. I want to leave you with 2 images of Jamie in your mind if you'll just sit back and think about this. Number 1, Jamie was a gentle giant. And number 2, this one's for Mama. Jamie was a big teddy bear. Now, I would take the opportunity now. The family has asked that if anybody would like to come up and tell some stories about Jamie or speak a little bit about, you'd be more than welcome to come up there and do that. At this time, though, I would like to ask Jamie's Uncle George Dame, to come up, and George has something he'd like to say about Jamie. George?